Miss Stacy here, and today I'm going to show you some wonderful math activities that you can do with your favorite Easter candy of jelly beans. For this activity, I have a marker, a ruler, some different colored paper, index cards, and of course our jelly beans. My first activity that I would show my children is patterns. You can start out making the pattern and then have them copy it or extend it and have them read it. Pink, yellow, pink, what comes next? And it would be yellow. And then you can extend out the pattern and then have them come down below it and make another pattern using their favorite color of jelly beans. So my child would use green and red to make their pattern. Okay, so patterns is a fun activity that you can do with jelly beans. Okay, my next activity would be number recognition. I took a piece of paper, cut it in the shape of an egg, and wrote some numbers on it. I would show my child a visual prompt if they needed it and say, can you find the number 3? 1, 2, and 3? Place a jelly bean on the number 3, and they would do so. And I would do this till I made all the jelly beans on the card and covered up every number. And once they learned 1 through 10, you can always move on to 20. Okay, so number recognition and a fun jelly bean bingo. Okay, my next activity is that you could sort. I took a piece of paper and drew some circles on it and asked my child to sort based on a different characteristic. And they would look at the jelly beans and say, hey, they're different colors. So they would sort by different colors. And I'd have them put one color in each circle. Okay? And that's sorting. You can also buy the bigger jelly beans and have them sort based on size, or the ones with spots and have them sort based on spots and no spots. Okay? The next activity I'm going to show you is shapes. You can draw out your shapes and ask your child, can you put the jelly beans on the circle? Outline the circle. And they would take the jelly beans and outline the circle. You can also ask them, how do you know it's a circle? Because it has round and no sides. Okay, so we did shapes, we did sorting, we did number recognition. Now, number word recognition. Give them the visual prompt. Can you put a jelly bean on the number 3, the number word 3? And they would take their jelly bean and put it on the number word 3. Okay? And so forth till they fill their card. Now let's work on quantity. Can you put 3 jelly beans on the number 3? And they would take their jelly beans out and count 1, 2, and 3. And they would quantify for 4. And they quantify for 1 and so forth till they filled up their card. Okay. So we worked on number recognition, shapes, patterns. We've got number words. We've got quantity. Now let's move on to simple addition. I just wrote out some simple addition number problems, and I would place 1 jelly bean here and 2 jelly bean here, and I would ask them, 1 plus 2, when I join them together, what is the sum? And they would join them together, join their sets together and count 1, 2, and 3. So it would be 3. And I would do so till I moved on to the rest of the problems. So that's joining sets. And now I'm going to use this for some background so you can see this better. Okay. Now, one thing that we need to teach our children is measurement. Non-standard versus standard. Okay, so just take a random item, and I'm going to use my marker. How many jelly beans do you estimate this marker is long? So they could predict 3, 4, and then have them actually measure, laying their jelly beans out and measure their marker. And this is non-standard form of measurement. We're using the same unit to measure something. Okay? And then you would have them count their jelly beans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It took 8 jelly beans. Okay, and then you could use the ruler and have them measure with the ruler their marker. Okay, so that's measurement. You could also do estimation. How many jelly beans do you estimate are in my pile? Okay, and then you could talk about count the different jelly beans. You could do counting with them, get you a bowl, and have as they drop them in, count 1, 2. Or you can line them out and have them do one-to-one correspondence where they touch each jelly bean and count. Okay, now, this is also something fun, and you can make it as silly as you want to. The more you make it fun, the happier and the more willing your child will be to learn. Okay, place a jelly bean under your chin. Place a jelly bean on top of your head, next to your ear, behind your back. You're getting those important vocabulary of positional words. And also you're teaching them chin, what their chin is, their ear, and their body parts. So it's a win-win situation. So we went over sorting, counting, patterns, addition, more or less. You could do more or less. Which pile has more, which pile has less. Quantifying, positional, shapes, and estimation. And counting. So you have a blessed day, and I hope you enjoyed my jelly bean video. And if you have any ideas about how to use jelly beans with math, comment in the section below and let me know. Have a blessed Saturday.